Hey, my name is PolishLynx. Welcome to another episode of Katawa Shoujo. We have snow, second day in a row. First time this winter. We had snow twice, and it every time lasted only for one day basically. Now it's 2 days. Progress. I will enjoy a run today. But Katawa Shoujo first. The sound of an alarm pulls me out of a fitful slumber and to the unpleasant state of wakefulness. Wakefulness. I mean, I would say you feel rather weak when you wake up. At least that's the case for me, usually. I linger under the blanket for a few minutes. Sometimes longer. Gathering energy to rise up while making excuses. As for why, I already haven't. Because I feel like sleeping more. Honestly, I wouldn't mind staying here all day. School is surprisingly exhausting after a long pause. Yeah, that's true. And the culture shock still has not faded, I think. Again, appendix, sure. I was only for a week in a hospital, yes. But, despite all of that, I was out of school for 2 months? Or 3? I don't remember. 2 or 3? 3! Because I had been allowed to not go for 2? And afterwards there was a winter break. For 2 weeks technically. But there was something... Yeah. Week in hospital. 2 months, you know, not allowed to go to school or anything, thanks to the operation. And then 2 weeks break, a winter break. Yeah, there was something like this. So yeah, it was tough to return. Not really culture shock, but you know, getting all the stuff that others have been through in two months. You basically had to get all of that into your head in an instant. And more or less, that's why I almost failed one of the classes. But in the end, you know, the last final ditch and managed. Still, despite getting pressure that keeping classes easy here, I don't think they are going to let me get away that easily. Okay, the light is actually blinding me today. And the nurse is bound to keep breathing down my neck with the talk of exercising as well. So eventually I do rise up, swallow the morning medications and put on my old Soka clothing. Thanks to my condition, I was exempted from taking part in gym classes at Yamaku, so I didn't get issued with a gym outfit. I do sound to color such a contingency, but wearing my old soccer clothes is kind of nostalgic. Yeah, I know. I can't use them for that anymore, so maybe they can get a new life this way. A bit like me. A bit like clothes, right? This is not really wearable for daily basis. Pajama. Seems a bit stupid to me, really. Not really. But I suppose this way at least I can tell the nurse honestly that I'm doing something about my health. Not that I was ever much of a runner to begin with. Then again, football / soccer or running or, I don't know, basketball, you can basically use the same clothes. Can't hurt to try, I guess. This is a rugby field. Track. I'm surprised to discover that I'm not the only one present at the track. Not just that, but it's a face I've seen before. The blondie that's run into us, ain't it? The prosthetic leg girl who bowled me over in the hallway yesterday is running on track, literally. Like a half mechanical gazelle. What was her name again? It was a short one, but I can't remember. She seems to be running laps at a somewhat easy lope, her prosthetic legs clacking rhythmically on the hard track surface. I wonder what reason she has for running this early in the morning. Maybe it's something akin to mine, and the nurse is oppressing the poor girl to joke like he is oppressing me. I certainly wouldn't be here if it weren't for my health and his prompting me to do so. And even with things being like they are, it's only because I want to get it out of the way early. The fact that I would be less likely to encounter someone who would witness my pitiful attempts to get in shape was merely a happy accident. What do you mean, pitiful Slash? What do you mean? If I see someone who is working out, I'm goddamn glad. By that I mean running, basically. That's a good thing. Then again, for some people I feel kind of bad because I experienced this lately, but it doesn't influence me at all really. While I was running, someone literally, like there were 3 or 4 girls, whatever really, walking past. By the way, they were completely out of shape. And they laughed at me because I was running. That was ridiculous, by the way. Oh look, he's working out. Yeah, well, too bad that doesn't really put me on any pressure on me or anything. That's the thing. At least thanks to that I feel good in my body. It's probably not the same the other way around, right? I'd leave, but it seems that my former assailant nods me on her last lap. She waves me cheerfully and jogs over. Tick, 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 tick. Good morning! Your name is Hisao, right? She grins, seemingly pleased that she'd remembered my name. You may not remember me. Emi, I knocked you over in the hall yesterday. Miss Ibarazaki. She imitates Misha imitating Shizune, failing to get the same kind of subdued lilt into her high-pitched voice. Oh, she's high-pitched, okay. How could I forget such blunt introduction? Emi has the decency to look vaguely apologetic for a moment before giggling. Yeah, sorry about that again. Well, so long as you don't make a hump of it, I suppose I'll be fine. Yeah. Great! I'm not sure she realized I was joking. So, the spy consultant nurse was talking about, is that actually you? That's right! Ugh. I was expecting someone from the nursing staff, to be honest. What? Are you saying I don't look like I could be a spy? No, this is more like a relief. I was afraid he would have someone to watch my every move. Yeah. Unless you are here to do exactly that. No! I'm here for my own reasons. The nurse just asked me if I had seen a messy hair transfer. I know it's pretty bad, yeah. Transfer student who looks like he's kinda lost around the track. So why are you down here? Emi strikes a dramatic pose. Training! For what? Track! You're in the track team then? Emi nods enthusiastically. Nice. So I was correct from the very beginning. Nice. Yep! I'm one of the better runners too. And modest about it too. Hey, you should join up! It's good exercise, you know? I think that much activity is probably out of the question for me. Yeah. No, I'm not even sure that I really like running all that much. Yo, I was the same. Actually, I don't really like running. But at the same time, it's good. Not gonna lie. I don't like, but once you get into it, you will go with it. Plus, I'm just not into organized sports, you know. It's true, I never even really got that much into soccer. That's not true about me. I mean, I'd run around with my friends and all, but that was really the only reason I ever played. It wasn't for the glory to be found on the field, that's for sure. Yeah. Completely not true about the real me, right? No. Amy seems to understand my meaning.
I see. Not that into the whole organization thing. But now that you're here, I guess we're going to run together, huh?
What? Sure, I guess. Amy seems pleased.
Are you going to warm up?
Yeah, it would be wise. Real men don't warm up. That's bullshit.
Oh no, you always should warm up. Bet Hisao.
She scolds me enthusiastically, but then smiles and leans closer.
I hate warming up too far.
Understandable, it's boring. But yeah, she does suddenly, but it is required.
Heck! And I don't even have to stretch my legs!
You sure? I mean, I know the state, but I feel like you should still somehow? I mean, it's from the knees down. For her, right? So, like, you still probably should somehow manage to stretch, for example, the thigh muscles. Because I'm pretty sure they are working there for you. But, okay. As if to confirm her statement, she bounced up and down a couple of times, giving a passing impression of standing on a pair of springs. Her leg blades seem to be quite elastic. Seriously, what are those made of?
Let's go!
So we both take off around the track, and I can immediately see that she wasn't lying about being good at running. Man, I wish there was some freaking open track around here. Or whatever, because, well, constantly running on asphalt isn't that great for legs. And there isn't really any area also that would have less problematic of a ground to run on. Amy was fluidly throwing herself into the run with a sort of a wild abandon. I found myself concentrating more on running proper. Okay, that's nice. Not gonna lie, that's a good thing. I've been starting like this as well, because while I was playing football, I did not really pay attention to details like that. Later I started for. And yes, like proper way to stand, proper way to keep your body in the correct way and so on. That is a thing. Funnily enough, it's really funny that just with technique you can gain so much more. Frankly, I don't remember if there's any particular form for running, but I can't help but feel like I'm doing it wrong somehow. I feel awkward in comparison to Emi, who never seems to break stride. I don't think I want to do this anymore.
That was fast!
I'm really not feeling up to more than a couple of laps today, so I'm slow to a walk pretty quickly. Hey, you can start like this as well, just by walking a lot. Or, you know, short distance, then walk, short distance, walk. That's also a thing. Amy keeps running and doesn't even notice I've stopped until she passes me a second time. She quickly skids to a halt, breathing steadily in contrast to my own somewhat gasping demeanor.
Finished already?
I hang my head ruefully. Yeah. I'm not in very good shape right now. Have you ever been in good shape, for? Amy nods and then grins at me again. She seems to do a lot of smiling.
Well, the important thing is that you started, right?
Yes.
Next time you just have to try to hold out longer and longer and longer, and eventually you'll be great!
I'll keep that in mind, yeah. And you might actually get addicted to that a lot, yeah. But I think right now I'm going to go get ready for class. Shouldn't you? Amy shrugs unconcernedly.
Nah, I've got plenty of time.
Unless that she's not wearing a watch. Are you sure? Who wears watch to running? Another careless shrug.
Not really, but I've got to finish my routine. See you later, Hisao.
Yeah, see ya. I like her. Not gonna lie. I'm not sure. Not gonna lie. So far, like Lily, Emmy, and Rin. I honestly remember the name because I'm like Tosaka. Yes, her name was Rin. Those three so far I like a lot. About Shizune, I'm not yet sure. We'll see. Not like I dislike her. I don't know. Whatever. Tired. I'm so out of shape, it's embarrassing. The whole thing might have been a waste of time. I'll find some other way. Dude, it's the first day you went. I head back to the dorms to wash and change my uniform, trying to resist the urge to take a really long and hot shower. I'm tired from all the running, so I just want to unwind, but I don't want to break my slowly building routine of getting to school before the morning rush. Morning rush school? What? After taking a long shower anyway, I dry myself and get out of the stall to put on my clothes. Wait, do they have showers in their rooms, or is it like one room for everyone? Seems like it's one room for everyone. Out of nowhere. This is Kenji, ain't it? Yeah. Out of nowhere, a shadow appears within the mist. Looming and radiating malicious intent, it bursts through the fog.
Sup?
What are you doing here? What the hell are you scared me, man? What's your problem?
I should be asking that. I've been looking for you all over the place, man.
What do you mean all over the place? I want to ask if he's been looking for me like that, stark naked, but hold my tongue back. Whoops. I finally realized I'm also still naked, and quickly hold up my shirt in front of me. Where's your towel? But Kenji doesn't even notice a thing. His glasses are fogged up, but then why doesn't he wipe them off? Because he doesn't see. Is his vision so bad it's like he's perpetually seeing through fog?
You know, your room and... Yeah, that's it. Hey, I mean, I still had to get up for whatever, it's not important. Can I borrow some money?
He puts on an innocent face and looks away, trying very hard to look very casual. It doesn't work. He's as transparent as his window pane-sized glasses. I don't have money. Talking neutrally like this, wearing nothing feels awkward. Actually, somehow it's even more awkward to be naked in front of someone when they can't see me being naked. Though say nothing of the fact that he's naked as well. I try to brush the feeling off with little success. Money? Sure.
Awesome!
Wait, why do you need it?
House loan. Can't you just give it to me because I had the goodwill to not to run through your pockets while you were in the shower? I could have, but I exercised restraint. And the end isn't the thought that counts. Come on, be a pal!
This makes no sense. If it's the thoughts that counts, I should withhold payment, since his thoughts were so clearly impure, and his intentions are probably even more sinister since he can't tell me what they are. I say as much to him.
I'm offended, man, but that is granted fine. I guess you have no choice. I want to order a pizza, and I already have most of the cost of the pizza. I need your help for the rest.
I get some of that pizza too, right?
No.
Are you serious?
Yeah. I mean, I'll give you some, but you have class. You don't have time to eat the pizza.
What about you?
I'm not going to class. I have to wait for the pizza and pay the guy. And when it is, it's not easy. You have to obtain the pizza stealthily. If you don't, everyone will see you have a pizza, and they will ask for a slice.
That's living indoors for you, I guess.
It's hard world out there. Everyone wants peace. Then you're left pizzaless. In an unforgiving world. It's happened before, that's how I know. Every day, I plan on vengeance, so that when the people who robbed me order pizza, I will be there, ever vigilant. And I'll drop some pineapple on it.
Never tried, so I don't know if it's any good. Kenji strikes a dramatic pose, completely without irony.
But yeah, I'll need like 400 yen. Please. You're my only hope. I can't go outside and buy my own pizza. It's too far.
400 yen. That's not a lot. That's like $4?
I tried not to go out unless it's absolutely necessary. Let me tell you what happened last time I went out with graffiti lining it out in advance. I was outside. I can't remember what I was doing. Something. Standing. Me wondering how I got there. And then, out of nowhere, it happened! Like a flash of lightning, splitting the sky, like how you split a sandwich into 2 equal pieces to make it more manageable to hold and eat. A bird crapped on my head.
Oh boy, I feel bad for you now.
It was the second most shocking moment of my life.
What was the first? He ignores me and keeps going. I want to grab him and shake him. He's just trying to keep momentum. I'll go with that. Even if it's more likely he just didn't hear me.
It was like in the openings to some kind of anime show. You know, how there is always a part where the main dude is fighting his rival and they fly at each other and clash swords and there's like big dramatic chorus and zoom! It was like that but with poo.
Okay.
So yeah, I need some money, please. Don't leave me hanging, man. I only need like 1,000 yen.
It was 400 just a second ago. I thought it was 400, man.
Okay.
What?
I'll pay you back, I swear.
You better. That's what it means to borrow stuff.
I know, and I'll be able to pay you back for.
You have 1 week. 1 week!
Ah!
Kenji winces and makes a noise like a dying cow. A particularly disturbing... I don't know if that was the noise of a dying cow, sorry. A particularly disturbing fact given that his baton is conducting freely. We didn't need that detail.
You're not supposed to be so tight-ass but might between brothers in arms, man. Men haven't bad enough as this. Did you know that male porn stars only make about half of what female porn stars make?
No, I did not know that. And I don't care. That doesn't mean anything unless you are it, right?
So maybe I am on the side, struggling to make ends meet as I fight the feminist agenda. And you can't even spot me or crumbs, you bastard. Nobody understands. Nobody.
Yeah. Do you understand that I have to go out actually, man, and go pick a package? Because finally, the new game controller arrived. Like a gamepad. Wouldn't feminists be against that industry in the first place? Now that I think about it, you would say probably, but I don't remember hearing anything like that being done. This feminist agenda stuff again.
This stuff is important, man. I can still don't give a shite. But this serious here. Feminists are a dangerous enemy. Make no mistake. You take them lightly and you will wake up in the morning with a knife in your back, ma'am. Out of nowhere.
How do you wake up in the morning if someone stabbed you in your sleep?
Women are terrible at stabbing things.
I thought you just said don't take them lightly.
Well, Well, I mean, don't take them lightly for the big things. Individually, they're not a threat. But if there was some kind of war, like a big war, with men on the one side and the feminist force on the other side, it would be pretty ugly. And that day will come, when the feminists come out of their central, top secret worldwide feminist headquarters. What the fuck? And say, so now, mother freakers!
Oh my god. Kenji, I'm so glad you are in this game. You're being ridiculous. There's no big worldwide feminist headquarters building. Where would they even hide it? I mean, it would have to be massive. You couldn't hide that on Earth. Someone would notice a big fortress woman in it. Or would they?
Who said it was on Earth?
I turn away from Kenji and start practicing frowning face in the mirrors, like I can figure out what kind of frown will best express my emotions. He can't see me from a distance anyway. Which unfortunately means that he just keeps on ranting without any regard to sense or sensibility.
Yeah, there's a war going on. A war not many know about, but it's a great one that will one day boil over. And encompass all of the known world. Then we'll have to pick sides. We'll have to make a stand. In fact, it's happening right now. Imagine it. A bloody battlefield. A vicious conflict without end. I almost gave up when I thought this cause was silly. When I grew tired of the bleakness of our fight. When I mistook the time the power went out for a feminist raid and thought the end was near. But then I realized if I gave up, it would be all over. And I was like, whoa! And I knew I had to get serious. Because I'm the last man in this insane world. It's about duty.
Must be a pretty crappy movement if all hinges on one naked guy ranting in a bathroom at another naked guy.
So, can I have the money?
He's blocking the way out. It's getting cold because I'm still naked. And I want to go to class, so I agreed to spot him the money.
Awesome! Thanks, dude. We should go bowling later on.
Bowling? Grand Theft Auto 4 vibes.
Yeah, it's the ultimate sport.
There are almost no women bowlers either. That's bullshit. Unless we are talking pro, then I don't know.
Make it always the manliest sport. Should I wear my pink bowling shirt with matching shoes or the pastel green with flowered accents? There are bowling clothes?
Yeah, they are. There are.
Maybe?
Hey, wait, you had better pay me back.
I can pay you back in stuff, right?
I don't have time to ask him to Alberto what that means. I know, I have to get to class, man. You're kind of in the way.
Oh, sorry, yeah. I don't want to hold you up, and I have some stuff to myself. The time has come.
The time for what?
I just like saying that. Okay, now the time has really come.
For what?
I have to use the bathroom. Get out of it!
I was just going to... it's a big bathroom, man.
So, I have to be alone or I can't go. The pressure.
Okay, what if someone else comes in?
I'll think of something.
I give him practice thrown and looks kind of silly reflecting in his glasses. He either does notes or doesn't see. Anyway, so I get dressed and run back to my room, feeling as though an eternity has passed since I woke up. It might have as well. That is the time I will never get back. I'll get him for this somehow. But right now I have to go attend my classes. And somehow I'm the first person in class today. Although I think I'm a little too early. Then again, sitting alone here for 20 minutes, sure beats having to suffer that time with Kenji. Why? He's hilarious. The combination... Okay, I mean, this is for my own amusement. I wouldn't mind more of his crazy talking. The combination of fatigue, frustration, and boredom starts making me feel very tired. Time for a quick nap then. Power nap. I blanked for a second, waking up when my head hits the surface of my desk. Oh man, that's the worst. Rubbing my forehead, I realized this is as good a reason as any to stay up for now and stop coming to class solely later. now that I think about it, this is the state I was in high school on my Polish lessons. And, you know, like, the teacher was having the desk top left of the classroom, and unfortunately I was like second desk on the right of the classroom, and there were 3 rows, and I was on like head here and nap. You know, it was boring. I liked the guy, but it was boring as heck. Anyway, eventually I hear a tapping noise outside in the hallway, and Lee's tall figure appears in the doorway. She's not in this class, so she must have some other business. Maybe she's looking for Hanako. Lee stops the door, looking astounded as if she was a vampire who can't come in unless invited. I'm considering doing so because she looks rather lonesome standing there. She steps in on her own accord. After straightening her skirt and shirt collar as if it was of importance to look prim when entering our classroom.
Excuse me.
She calls into the quiet classroom with a probing, delicate voice. I realize this silence might unnerve her because of her blindness, so I break it. Good morning, Lily!
Hisao, good morning. I didn't hear you come in.
I wonder if she thinks it's suspicious I didn't say anything to her before. It's likely. If I were to tell too big a lie now, it would sink me. Well, I was already here, just asleep until now, kind of.
Oh, have you seen Hanako today by any chance?
No, she seems to only come just before the bell rings, or after that. Do you want me to tell her something for you?
No, it's fine. It's strange, but I think we're the only 2 people in the school right now. I didn't hear anyone else on my way here.
I shouldn't have gotten up so early today, I guess.
You're chastising yourself for doing something that other people should. Punctuality is a good thing. I think so anyway.
Yes, punctuality is a good thing. That's why I arrive like 2 to 3 minutes before I'm supposed to be somewhere. Yeah. Being way earlier sucks. Unless it would be something super important, then that's a different story.
It's a very busy morning today. The festival is going up soon, and today is the deadline for event registration, budget reports, and any other official paperwork. It could be that everyone is trying to complete the necessary forms at the last minute. Maybe that's why it's so quiet today.
Misha pops in the room with Shizune as if on cue, shouting with a loudness that makes Lily visibly flinch.
Hi, John!
Hi.
Look! It's the class representative! Hello!
Lee smiles, probably amused by Misha's or Shizune's use of the word look.
Good morning. Of course! You're not the representative of this class, right? I'm not.
Lee seems a little more guarded in her answers to Shizune than she was with me the other day. I guess they really don't get along at all. Now that I think about it, it seems like nobody gets along with Shizune. It's crazy. Maybe. Then I realized that Lily might actually not know Shizune is present, and she's trying to detect whether or not she is, to know who she's talking to. For all she knows, she's talking to Misha, but knowing that she and Shizune are practically inseparable, she might expect Shizune being the one that actually talks. Then again, as far as I'm concerned, if you lose, for example, the sight, your hearing might get stronger, right? So maybe through hearing she's able to pick up there are 2 people there. Even though Shizune can't speak, you know, but by the way of steps and so on. Damn, how complicated. Yeah, I decided to help you out for my own peace of mind more than anything else. You're here early, Shizune?
You were here even earlier than us!
Misha puffs out her cheeks angrily. Why is she getting angry? Does she feel emotions on Shizune's behalf too? It's not that weird thought that Shizune didn't like my little comment. It's true, I was here earlier than them, so me saying something like that could definitely be misinterpreted as anything. Especially to Shizune, who doesn't have the benefit of hearing tone to gauge intent. Before I can start waving whether or not I should apologize, Shizune has already moved on.
Class rep! It's a good thing you're here, we have to talk. The festival's coming up to 3 days, right? Every other class already handed in their projected budget and parts of other events, even the first years, except you. Wahahaha! There is still time to hand it in, isn't there? Today! The deadline's today! You're starting to take your time, aren't you? If I had it my way, I'd have had all the necessary paperwork days ago, but someone had to say the deadline, please extend it! Yes, that was me. Planning something on this scale is not a small task, and a week is too small of time frame to expect a whole class to work out such a complex issue completely.
That's true.
Do you want to know what's harder than distributing the foods for one class event? Handling the same matter for every class in the school and then some. The one who does that is me.
Cool. Misha puts her hands on her hips and stands up straight. Whoa, she's really getting into the role. Lily doesn't look like she's very amused for. Hey, Shizune, aren't you being a little too hard to her? There's still a whole day left.
Exactly, whole day. Please, Hisao, it's alright.
Lily seems happy I'm taking her side, but a bit conflicted that I might not think she can take care of herself.
It is about the budget, then I'm disappointed to think I have forgot about it. I understand how important it is. Van, can I have it, please?
Shizune, she might not have it on her this exact second.
It's not here right now. I asked two students to take care of it for me, students from my class.
She emphasizes the last sentence, much to my surprise. She knows about Shizune and Misha's efforts to rope me to the student council, ? I guess word must go around, so now she's using me as an ammo against Shizune. Which just gets better and better.
It was your responsibility! A budget report isn't something you should just be delegating away as class rep. It's your job to be on top of things. This kind of disregard for proper research is just terrible. They completed it, being capable of doing so, but the students have been sick recently, so they could not come to school and give it back to me. If you want, I will apologize on their behalf for getting sick. Okay.
Although Misha misses Lily's little job entirely. Yeah, she doesn't, and she seems torn between being offended by Lily's daring and jumping for joy at the prospect of a challenge.
Lily, don't they live here at the school? That's a 5-minute walk now. What could they possibly have to prevent them from taking 5 minutes out of their busy lives to drop off something that will affect the enjoyment of their entire class?
I mean, you never know what kind of sickness it might be. Lee opens her mouth to say something up, but Shizune closes the gap between them and starts signing furiously, waving her hands around like an orchestra conductor. Misha tries her best to convey the same passion, but can't seem to lose her normal cheerful tone. The result is that she gets somewhat surreal.
And what's with that attitude? I said that's not something you should be delegating away. Are the class representative or aren't you?
Why wouldn't it be something you can delegate away? I don't really understand what's her point. The point of being representative doesn't mean you have to do everything on your own.
tips of those two students. They should have your job. If you can't even handle something that simple yourself.
You know, I think I really won't be a fan of Shizune in the end. Because I feel like she's considering herself to be good at everything, like exceptional at everything, and nobody else like would be able to do something, and that's why she's doing everything alone, something like this, and I kind of don't like it. And you know, and she expects everyone else, let's say that is in the position that she is in the class, right, to do things the same way she does as well, and doesn't accept the fact that there might be other ways. Anyway, one form isn't the full extent of what I'm supposed to take care of. Lee Stone is growing slightly impatient, but she's doing a good job of not letting Shizune see how unsettled she's becoming. She's playing her cards close to her chest. Shizune, on the other hand, rubs her fingers cheerfully along the edge of her glasses, knowing Lee can neither hear nor see how excited she is.
Of course, you do so much class rep, it must be so difficult being you.
Lee tightens her lips at Misha's words, clearly understanding the intent behind them, even though Misha delivers them without even a hint of the sarcasm which they were meant to have. Shizune and Lee don't like each other. That is much clearer, but this seems a little much. It seems like Lily has had enough and is ready to push back.
Good, good. I was actually just discussing the budget report before you came by. You must be very done to have finished all your student council duties so quickly that you can track me down to make sure I don't forget my own. Are you accusing me of slacking off? It seems like you're confusing me with yourself. I don't think so. That would be a very difficult thing for me to do, comparing myself to you. You're right, the difference between us is like heaven or hell. And it's not hard to guess which one you might represent.
The air between them ripples with the heat of their enmity. Well, not really. They can't disguise it anymore, for even Michelle looks like she's beginning to understand the real nature of this conversation. Also, you know what? I think I realized also why there is no one else in the freaking student council. I mean, if Shizune is like that to everyone, it explains everything.
Hit-chan, don't you slack off either.
What are you talking about?
Aren't you taking part in the festival, Hit-chan? You aren't you? Then I hope you're going to do that more to make sure it goes smoothly than this person.
Wow. I don't understand why Shizune is suddenly getting mad at me. Don't drag me into this, I've done my part. Hey, come on. Cut me and Lily some slack. I mean, we've done a lot. Sorts of. We've gotten the stuff for those two, even though they still went after us to check for no reason if we've done it. Which was annoying, by the way. And then we helped Rin a lot with her work. Cut me and... Okay, this option seems a little too stoic, I would say. I'm gonna go with first one, whatever. Why am I being dragged into this again, huh? I've done more than enough, I think. If you're angry with Lee, that has nothing to do with me. I don't like... that option after all. But we've done it already.
Now wait just a second. Are you implying the president is more right in scolding me than yourself?
Ah, damn! I think I could have worded it better. No, I don't know about that, but I mean...
What are you saying, Kitchen?
It's just that I hardly think it's fair you can say that, seeing that I've helped you guys. The mood has changed. It's like a showdown between two gunfighters now. Well, it was like that before too, but this time Shizune's focus is on me. And so is Lily's. For she keeps quiet, I'm afraid I inadvertently pissed her off.
Fuck. Are you saying I'm wrong?
Yes. What a dangerous situation. It's too early to argue with you. Yes, I think that's fair of you to get on my case. Or actually, I should have gone with the other option, you know. Okay. I don't like the fact that he mentioned Lily there. I did not expect that at all. Anyway.
Hitchin, you want too much, but you have a point. Okay. You're not lazy, Hitchin.
Shizune pushes her glass up with her thumb, almost approvingly. Huh?
That's good. If you're not useless, you shouldn't let anyone else see you are. But the next time I say it, it will be because you are disappointing me like Miss Class Rep here, so don't let this get to your head.
Lily takes the jab silently, a venomous visage frozen on her face.
Class Rep, Shichan says, don't forget that report, please.
I won't. You could have started like this from the very beginning. Ugh. Would that be all?
Yep.
Then good day to you all. Her voice would cut the air of the classroom into half if it was more tangible. Lily leaves the room, understandably in a bad mood, but still managed to be as poised and calm as usual. I don't like the fact that he worded it like that. Why did he had to mention Lily over there? Damn. All you had to do is say that you've done some work. Dude, is the... You literally had the info about the festival for the second day at the moment. You basically spent a crap ton of time the day before already. So, whatever. Shizune, you really did go a little too far today.
It's true, Shichan. Just a little.
Not just a little, just very much. If I have been expecting Shizune to grudgingly admit I have a point there as well, I think I was expecting too much. She doesn't respond.
Shichan thinks you should mind your own business. Hichan, we have a few last minute things to take care of before class. We might be late, so can you please over for us?
No. Okay, whatever.
Perfect! Okay, thanks, Hichan.
Let's not forget also who forced us to ditch classes. Kind of. They walk outside even though there are only 10 minutes left before the bell will ring, signing the start of class. Hanako doesn't come to the morning class at all, leaving her seat looking empty and lonely in the back of the classroom. I have to tell her that Lily was looking for her if I see her later. After the events of this morning class is pretty boring comparison, I turn the pages of the textbook lazily. We've been covering the same amount of pages each day, so reading ahead is more or less giving myself a preview of what tomorrow's lesson would be about. Actually, that's pretty wise. The clock at the front of the room sounds unbearably loud. The teacher hasn't said anything in over 7 minutes, instead opting to cover the board in rows and rows of equations taken directly from the book. The rhythmic clashing of chalk on blackboard seems to synchronize perfectly with the ticking of the clock. I start to copy down the equations just to pass the time. not noticing Misha's head, poking over my shoulder until she's almost on top of me. What are you doing? I try to strike a balance between being quiet enough to not draw attention to myself but loud enough to draw hers.
What are you doing, Hit-chan?
Okay, not gonna lie, if anything, I'd be more interested in Misha than Shizune. She's kinda hyperactive, ain't she? Now that I think about it. Panic shoots through me as Misha starts talking at a normal volume, and I sputter out a hasty reply, slowing my voice down despite the fact that she just blew any hope of being discreet I may have had. I'm copying down that stuff. What are you doing? Why so loud?
Oh, really? But it's on the book. That's why the one else is copying it down.
I know. Why are you so loud?
Why are you so quiet, Hit-chan? It's hard to hear you.
I look around to see if anyone is noticing our conversation. It's pretty obvious, but everyone has, even the teacher. Shizune smiles coyly, and I start to wonder if Misha is doing it because she told her to. It's because of what happened between her and Lily earlier. That's what I get for trying to be reasonable, for trying to take the middle path. Shizune is way too prideful. True, although by now I should know to expect that kind of behavior from her. Why are you doing this?
Huh?
Misha is totally oblivious to the awkward stare the teacher is giving both us while trying to balance her textbook on one finger. For a brief second it looks as if things could get ugly, but the teacher simply looks away as if it's not worth the trouble. I get it's a good thing, and I slump back in my seat in relief. The rest of the day passed by uneventfully, and this time I'm able to appreciate that it does. I wish my school had rings like that. Bell rings. When the bell rings, I'm not in a hurry, so I stay for a while, reviewing what we covered in class today. I prefer to leave last anyway, so I don't have to deal with crowding in the hallways. I noticed Shizune and Misha also stayed behind, talking to someone from another class. Shizune is signing so fast that her hands make noises like swords cutting through the air. Misha is trying desperately to keep up, but it's clear she can barely manage to even understand her. I put my head down. Whatever they're discussing looks like serious business. I'm probably way over my head. Not just that, but Shizune also seems angry again, although it could just be her normal severity making it appear so. Shizune signs to the point where her wrists crackle, and Misha struggles to spit out in word form. Sometimes she trips over herself like she's dealing with tongue twisters, and then on top of that, she has to sign back anything the other girl says. Seems like a rough job. I feel bad for her. Misha looks tired, like she's about to faint. Luckily for her, their business is soon finished and the girls sit down on their seats again. Like, you know, I get the problem that Shizune is getting here, but I also feel sort of bad for Misha. That, I don't know, maybe even 24/7 has to constantly do all of that as well. And she sort of can, seems like it at least, that she sort of can't have her own life. And basically all we know about Misha, more or less, is that she might be hyperactive. Anyway.
I'm so tired.
She's hanging her head limply on her desk, looking exhausted. Festival preparation must be tough for you. Indeed, the people in this school seem to be taking the festival very seriously. Whenever I see people idling around before and after classes, they are always talking about their plans for it. It's kind of neat to see everyone being so enthusiastic about it. I'm probably the only one who doesn't have something to do. More or less. Probably. That's highly probable, yeah. Shizune starts staring at me and Misha perks up, looking at her hands with slightly unfocused eyes. She signs with harsh, heavy dramatic strokes. Misha translates her sign into speech for me. She does it so well it's almost like Shizune is actually speaking, transmitting her thoughts directly through Misha.
Well, we're at a student council, so we're pretty busy.
Sarcasm.
Huh?
The tone of Shizune's actions make me think she's speaking with disdain, but Misha interprets it normally, replacing whatever intent may have been there with her own cheaper twist on things. It's still disorientating. I don't think I'll ever get used to it. Never mind. How could I forget? With you through trying to get me joined at least twice a day.
Aha, but Hichan, some could say the work is too much. It's nice if students were to show more support for the leadership. Some appreciation to the ones who are working hard to make it all possible.
Well, I guess if that supposed leadership got better approach to those people.
Maybe, for example, it'll help that Saskin March said, yeah, help would be appreciated, yeah, from students like you. If students would show their dedication in school spirit and offer some help, well, I don't exactly need it.
Given that this is high school, if someone said that to me in high school, I'd be like, yeah, good luck with that. I really didn't like my high school.
But I wouldn't necessarily refuse it, so it would be nice if someone would. Oh, hello?
I look over my shoulder and see Hanako peering timidly into her classroom, most of her body hidden behind the door.
Hey, playing delinquent again?
Hanako blushes hard at Misha's straightforward jab, even if it was only in jest. Oh boy, this is going to end up ugly. Shizune stares at her probingly, causing Hanako to look down and start backing away to the point where only her fingers can be seen wrapped nervously around the edge of the door. Maybe she is showing her dislike of Hanako by association with her dislike of Lily. It appears so, and Hanako probably knows it as well. They seem to have momentarily forgotten about trying to get me to stay for the rest of the day. What is it, Hanako?
Has Lily been here? Sorry, Sato is not here. She came by in the morning for...
Hanako keeps looking uneasily at Shizune, who stares back at her with her usual studying gaze. What's she trying to do? Of course, Shizune isn't going to look away, and she's intimidating enough as this, so I can only imagine how terrified Hanako will be. It is a little funnyful, watching Hanako's reaction to Shizune's normal behavior.
Normal.
This is what happens when two people of two different extremes meet, it seems.
Do you know where she is? If she has any sense in her head, she's in the classroom.
Wow. Wow.
Working on the festival project, but who knows where that woman is loitering at? She might be slacking off somewhere. What a useless woman.
Wow. Ow. What the freak? Hanako nods quickly and retreats with haste, obviously to avoid any further contact with Shizune. Unfortunately, this turns their attention fully back to me. Wow. Are you like that to everyone?
But he just knows right? He's himself. Whoa!
I can see where this is going, and I do not want any part of it, not after that experience yesterday. I would not want part of it after what just happened right now. Well, good luck with your preparations. I start him back, ready to make a break for the exit. Unfortunately, I'm all the way on their side of the room. The short distance to the doorway seems like a vast no man's land to me now. Shizune and Misha both start maneuvering slowly in front of me, cutting off my route of escape in an unsettlingly cautious way that makes me think of a ship-to-ship combat.
I think Shizune is saying that you should help us, Hichan.
Gee, I wouldn't know. She's so subtle.
But let's take that so please. I can't keep up. We have to actually build stalls for the festival. Almost all of them all by ourselves. Can you believe that?
Yeah, I can actually now. Seriously, are they like that to every student? How did she become the top of the representatives? Oh my god. I get that she's ambitious, but damn! Treating others like that, ridiculous. Hammering bars together over and over again for hours, it's really hard.
I'm so used to it. I was doing swinging motions class and I didn't even know it.
She bangs her desk a few times, imitating hammer blows.
It's so repetitive, I can't stand it. And yesterday I actually hammered all the boards on top of each other.
How? How many boards did you manage?
It was just a stack of boards all nailed together.
And how long were those nails?
And then I had to take it apart and do it all over again, and I got yelled at and laughed at.
I don't know how she managed that, really.
So...
She clamps her hand down my shoulder and grins quickly, running her tongue across her teeth mischievously.
Do you have plans for today, Hichan?
Yes, I was supposed to go eat pizza with Kenji.
I wonder if you do...
Sure, I have plans.
Huh? Really? You can help us, right?
I notice her hands are moving constantly. She's signing everything we both say so that Shizune can understand. Shizune is being somewhat quiet today. Is she still angry? I mean... maybe not at you, but someone else. Well, probably at least a bit. I can see it in her eyes. But this could also just be another way of trying to guilt me into lending her a hand. I have to find a way out of this. I have to. Oh, I should go to the library. You know, homework. I should get going, shouldn't I? I have to be diligent because I'm a new student and all, so I have to make a good first impression, right? Right? Yeah! See you later then! I turn to bolt for a door, but Shizune is blocking my path, her arms crossed over her chest and a stern expression on her face. She wags finger tauntingly and begins signing to Misha with the manner of a squad leader, giving direction to his fellow soldiers.
It seems like you were in a rush to get to the library, Hichan. That's right, Hichan. It does seem like he was probably going to slack off for the rest of the day. You're surrounded! Let's go to Shirakazi room.
She lets out a chuckle and then breaks into laughter.
Sorry, Hichan, I feel bad, but this works out very well, right?
No.
That's right, Hichan. Yeah, that's a good point too. Yeah, it's beneficial to everyone. It solves all our problems. Yeah, also thought he'd be more appreciative of our efforts.
They pull themselves closer as if they were about to pounce. Yeah, 2-on-1 isn't very fair, isn't it? She keeps looking forward, impassive, then gives a sinister smile.
Come on, we've got work to do. Let's go to the student council room.
I don't know. Mish laughs.
Deja vu.
She chortles before letting out another laugh.
You know, my horoscope said it'd be a good day for me today. And now that you're going to help, she said, I managed to read that this time.
She then signs quickly to her.
Right, I mean, now that you said to help us completely of your own free will, I'll be able to take it easy. Lucky, haha.
I open my mouth to say something, but then realize there is no point. I refocus on trying to think of a way out of this. No, directions are clearly deliberate. There is no sense to attempting. There is no reason and no sense in attempting to reason with them. You can't reason with mad woman. Could it be that Kenji is talking about those two all along? I throw it and then they don't even notice my discontent, further proving my suspicions. They seem pretty relaxed now. I guess they think they've already won, so they're letting their guard down. They might have won the battle, but not the war. Or something like this. That's kind of arrogant. They pass forward in front of me as they move through the doorway. And I stealthily walk backwards back into the classroom as they step in the hallway, turning towards the stairwell. I let out a sigh of relief and quickly pack the rest of my stuff so I can make my escape. The classroom door slams shut. That didn't work. Our only option is the window now.
That was very nice there! Really got us good for, did Hishi-chan? Right. What was that about? I thought you said you'd help us. And then you bailed on us. And you thought you would get away with it, don't you? I mean, didn't you?
Yada. The indignant expression vanishes and she begins to laugh hysterically, calming down only after an aggravated look from Shizune. Yeah, I'm more or less confident that she's having something with hyperactivity. And that's why she's in this school.
Oh, yeah, you thought you could get away with it, but the criminal always returns to the scene of the crime.
I had to pack my stuff. I didn't even manage to leave the classroom in the first place. I didn't even agree to help in the first place.
Not very bright, are you, criminal? Think you just can shirk your duties like that? How low, Hitchan?
I'm a criminal. What did I do? What's the charge? What am I guilty of?
That's for the courts to decide, criminal. I don't think we have to tell you that. Besides, you're the criminal here. You know what you did.
Have you ever read The Trial by Kafka?
No, what's that, Hichan? What does that have to do with us?
Yeah, I read it a few minutes ago. It's about these people who run a kangaroo court on a guy who just wants to live his life. They refuse to leave him alone, and he can't fight the power.
Hichan, what's that have to do with anything? Hey, what does that mean?
She turns back to me after signing back and forth for a lengthy amount of time.
You know, we're both a little disappointed in you. You let us down, Hisao.
Well, there was something. There was... Oh, there was nothing? Okay.
Vrapable! Left us hanging and out in the cold. Is that any way to treat a person?
What? Yo! You speak of how to treat someone. Wow.
To run away from responsibility, to abandon your comrades? We think you owe it to us to honor your commitment.
What? But I didn't commit to anything. My breathing catches in my throat and I momentarily start choking.
That's not true, John. You said you are not useless. You definitely said it. Yes, definitely.
Yeah, and that's all he said.
We are calling you on those words now. You better prepare to show you are not a useless guy. Your honor will be sold forever if you try to get out of this.
What honor for?
So, for the rest of the day, we are going to hang out together, just the three of us, and work hard. You can't fool us. You should be happy. You're doing your school a great service. Ask not what your school can do for you.
Why not? School should do something for him too. Yo.
But what you can do for your school?
That's not how it works. How depressing. Oh, how very depressing.
Cheer up, Hichan!
She slaps me hard across the back with enough strength to knock the air out of my lungs, and I gasp for breath.
Besides, I'm happy you get to spend time with 2 cute girls.
I guess they are sorts of right. I did blur those words out. I've seen my fate. I followed them to the student council room. And when they entered the room, I darted. Actually, that would be a better idea. Not go back to your normal classroom, but when they enter the student classroom, you dart away. Anyway, and hammer the final nail to the stall. It took all of the afternoon and dinner time is nearly over, but it is done now. Shizune pulls out roll of measuring tape and a small level and inspects it thoroughly. Because of course she does. She smiles looking pleased, then motions for Misha to come over.
She says you did a very good job. In fact, you might actually have a gift for this. Whoa, I'm impressed too, and that fast. Have you done this before?
Nope, never. Never before. And I never will again.
Well, our quota for day is 6 stalls. In a few minutes, me and Shichan should finish this one. That means 4 more to go!
What? Wait, you say stalls. What kind of stalls are you making, first of all? Is it for food or whatever? Second of all, why are you doing this in classroom? Third of all, if it's a stall, and it might be quite big, how are you going to get this out of the classroom? Those are my 3 questions. Then again, I'm kind of thinking Japanese festival. Wait, we are in Japan, so I should be thinking Japanese festival. Those stalls aren't small. Unless the thing would take act inside the classes? But then again, we are in one class, so... Okay, never mind. Let's not think of that.
Isn't this great fun?
What? I could think of million things I'd rather do, but I suppose everyone has to do their share for the festival, even me. Like, for example, pizza with Kenji right now. You're both lucky that I'm helping you two out. If I really didn't want to, I could have gotten out of it so easily.
Really, Hichan?
Yes, really. I would just need to do different choices in the game.
Wahaha! Shichan thinks you're just running your mouth. Japanese people have no fight or fight reflex.
Oh, sorry, flight. Okay.
Flight or fight reflex, Hichan.
I don't think that's true. Shizune turns her fingers deviously. There it is, that creepy expression. This expression creeps me out, man.
Definitely. If you really want to escape, you have taken immediate action. It is how you know someone is serious, when they have no doubts, no regrets. Maybe it was a bad idea to tell you that, since now Hichan knows what to do next time.
But just the fact that she's alright with telling me this shows me that she doubts I'll be able to act on it. We have to act on it. That only makes me want to do it more, and I almost want the opportunity to do so, to arise again. But if that happens, she might get me again, somehow.
She just says she's happy now.
Much later in the evening, we are looking at 6 completed stalls. Or are we? With the pride of a job well done, we sit back and admire the fruits of our labor, not sharing a word between us, just admiring. Unless I'm feeling quite thirsty. Hey, isn't there a vending machine out in the hall? They're on all day, right?
Yeah, the drinks are very cheap too. We'll get something from there on days like this.
I dig around my pocket and find a single 100 yen coin. Yes. Is this enough? I'm feeling kind of thirsty.
100 yen. You can get any drink in the machine with that.
That's good. That's good. That's very good then.
Ah, wait a second. What is Shijan? Do you want him to get you a drink too? Ha 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 ha. Shijan really helped us out today, so I mean, Shijan will treat you. Hey, what about me? What would you like? I'm feeling thirsty myself. So am I.
I know. Anything's fine. I guess the melon soda or... melon soda.
Hey, wait! Shijan, I also want a drink. You don't sound like this, and I think she's just teasing me.
That's probably it. I'm sure she'll get you something, right? Right?
Yeah, she does, but you'll never know.
Wait, are we for once alone with Misha? That's cool. That was too little time. Shizune comes back with 2 melon sodas and a can of fruit juice. The fruit juice is probably the only good option for... I don't drink anything fizzy anymore, what can I say? She hands me one of the sodas and other to Misha.
Thanks, John. I had total faith that you'd get me one. I knew I could count on you. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. But how did you know this was what I wanted? I was to get something else. What? You knew I'd want to try it, and that I like this kind of childish things. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Oh.
I can't force laughter like this. I gesture my thanks to Shizune, who smiles and nods.
Hey, Hichan!
Yeah?
We've been spending a lot of time together. Already in such a short time, we've done so much! We should both stop beating around the bush. What I'm trying to say is...
It sounds a lot like she's going to ask me out. But that can't be it. Please no, please no, please. No, no. Nevertheless, my heart is beating like a jackhammer. Oh boy! Oh boy! It's gonna happen again! Damn, this reminds me of another similar scene earlier this year. And by that I mean the first episode. I tried to say something about my brains. Can't decide whether to stop her or to tell her to continue. I feel myself blushing all the way to the ears.
What I'm trying to say is... would you like to join the student council?
Ah, what a disappointment.
Did you think she wanted to ask you out, Hichan?
No, I actually thought you wanted to ask me out, Misha. I feel very embarrassed right now. I can feel myself getting even redder in the face. Shizune also tries to hide and blush after Misha translates and then puts a few sheets of paper in front of me.
So, how about it, huh? Huh? All the paperwork is right here. And you're sitting down anyway. Look at very at home here. Drinks and everything. What do you say?
She quiets down and asks again a little more solemnly.
Hichan, what do you say? You don't exactly hate this, right?
I'm more than surprised by this sudden change of tone. I don't really know how to react to it. For one thing, she isn't shouting uproariously with no regard for tact. Before, I'm sure she knew already that I was going to say no. This time, she seems actually serious.
I think maybe you should join. Not just because we could use your help, but well, you're hanging out with us anyway. I think Shichen would like it if you would join us. Well, it's not like you hate us or anything, right?
Well, about that. No, there's no hatred. Just a little bit of annoyance with how she treats people. Damn.
It wouldn't hurt if you joined, and I'd appreciate if you would.
She seems to be having a hard time getting her words out, which is strange for someone talkative like Misha. For some reason, I'm almost troubled by it. My eyes drift over to Shizune, who stares back at me, tentatively, absent-mindedly cleaning her fingernails.
If you don't want to join, I promise we won't ask again, but if you did, we would be really happy.
Yeah, I wouldn't believe that promise. Both Shizune and Misha seem to be unable to look me in the eye. That's how you lose. Speaking of which, I don't know, is it weird that I'm able to withstand eye contact for a very long time? And it's usually other people that are like, no, I can't. I can't lie for. The thought of being around two of those girls is something that I couldn't possibly pass up. I could. I mean, Misha is interesting. She interests me a lot. But, like, I feel like Lily, Hanako, Rin, or Emi, I'm so much more interested in them. I don't know why, but it's how it is. Maybe because they are not that often here? Is it because of the choices that they are not often around? That I'm more interested there. Anyway, I'm not looking forward to this kind of work every day, but there should be less after the festival. You don't know that, man. What if there is festival every other week? At least I hope so. Why am I not given the choice? What is the meaning of this? Alright, I guess it can't hurt, so why not?
Wonderful! Wonderful! Congratulations, you just signed the pact with a devil.
Shouldn't dance her fingers in satisfaction. Oh, but that expression just says, oh my god, we've got a slave. No, seriously, this expression creeps me out.
She'll fill everything out, Hit-chan. Congratulations, you're an official member of the student council now.
Great, I'm not looking forward to all that work. Because I've never done any student council activities before. And it was great. But maybe if it's, well, it will be a positive experience. Maybe. Misha starts to clap, laughing exuberantly as she does.
Congratulations, Hit-chan! Congratulations! Congratulations!
Your tape is stuck. I get the message. I can't help but smile. Finding such a display childishly cute.
The student council is always busy, you know, but for today we're done. See you tomorrow, Hit-chan. We still have work left, so we'll be counting on you.
Okay, since I'm in student council now, let's get rid of that painting, please. This painting is my main enemy in this game. I leave the room feeling totally wiped out. The grounds are totally deserted and the school looks pretty ominously late. The council office is the only window with lights on anymore. Is this what the student council will be like? My body might not be able to take it. I'm feeling tired, so I set my alarm clock to wake me up as late as I can afford, while still make it to the first class. The nurse's voice is almost nagging in the back of my head about morning jogs. Did he say morning jogs? I mean, it doesn't need to be morning, right? I'll make a resolution to make up for it by going for a walk after school tomorrow. I mean, technically, let's say you did some workout by preparing those stalls, right? I know, Emmy won't care either way, I bet. You don't know! She might care a lot. Intermission ends. It's time to end the episode. I can't believe I'm making those episodes so long, actually, but it's hard to stop with this game for some reason. Anyway, for now, hope you enjoyed. Hope to see you tomorrow, and we'll, I don't know, I feel like we are on Shizune's route here, basically. I mean, definitely not Lily's route, because that one choice, I would say, crossed out that option for us. For then again, maybe it will be Emmy if we still go running. Maybe it will be Rin because we helped her out. I don't know. We'll see. Because as far as I'm concerned, unfortunately, Misha doesn't have a root. Yeah, I mean, I read that there are 5 roots, right? And I've seen who are the main characters. Anyway, as I said, let's end it here. I'm gonna prepare the rendering, the files, my process nicely, load nicely when I will move myself to pick up the gamepad now from the parcel locker. Maybe get the dinner running, and so on. Also should make a certain phone call. Anyway, hope you enjoyed, and we'll continue tomorrow. Bye bye.